everybody, welcome to week 11 of my contest prep. We just got home. It's 5 in the morning. We just got home from a morning walk. Arctic blast. Felt like negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Wow, it was freezing. Wow. The fact that I have to get into a little tiny bikini and do a check-in is terrifying because I'm so cold. So I'm going to warm up a little bit. I'm going to do a day of eating this vlog. I'm running out of things to talk about because bodybuilder life is so repetitive. But as I get closer to show, I'm about 8 weeks out. In theory, if I'm going to be ready on time, a lot of this starts to get a little bit more exciting because the body's really changing now. Anyway, let's get to it. Full day of eating and going to try and warm up. All right, everybody, starting my morning with coffee. I need to warm up before I get into this bikini. So I've been using this Silk Zero Sugar Creamer. How I've been doing it is I do 2 coffees a morning. I do one full caffeine. This is a normal coffee. And then I do a half caf later on. And I've been doing 1 coffee with the zero sugar creamer and 1 coffee with my regular creamer. So that's how I've been doing it. I like this zero sugar creamer. It, has stevia in it. I can taste the stevia, but I don't mind it. And so what can I update you guys on? So I'm 11 weeks into contest prep. I'm supposed to compete in 2 months, 8 weeks. I'm supposed to compete March 14th, Detroit Pro. I think I'll be ready in time, but I'm not sure. Body really changes, especially for the female, so much in those final 4 weeks, because that's when last month of contest prep is when the back shot, the glutes, when the glute fat finally starts to drop for me. Bodies are really lucky in that in contest prep, I know my friend Brooke, Miss Meat, Miss Muscles like that, her body fat comes off evenly throughout her body during a cut. For me, my body fat goes off me from head to toe and it goes in. So like face leans out first and then my neck, my shoulders, then like the top of my abs, and then finally my lower abs. And then the final thing to go is the body fat around my glutes. I'm not really going to know if I'll be ready in time until those final few weeks before the show. The goal of the spring show is just to have fun and like rip Band-Aid off and just like my season. And I will be I'll have a bit more body fat on me for that spring show than I will in the summer one. I'm going to be basically completely peeled. But yeah, what can I tell you? My body's responding really well to this contest prep. The broken foot hasn't really caused any issues at all. Theory, I wonder if it actually was a blessing in disguise because it's forced me to sit down and rest a lot more than I would have if I had my 2 working feet. Since my body has been more rested so far this contest prep and not moving around as much, I think I've dropped fat easier than I have in the past. I've been losing more or less, the math has been a pound a week. I'm down almost 13 or 14 pounds so far in this contest prep. I hovered this week in the 121s, so I'm really leaning out now. I can feel it, I can see it. Definitely was a little tired this week. I'm not sure if it was just like contest prep being so lean. Maybe I'm just starting to get a little tired as I don't have much body fat left, or who knows, but I was tired this week. Otherwise, I feel really good. I've been really doing fine. Oh, I got hungry this week. That is a news of the week, that I finally, 11 weeks in this contest prep, I finally had hunger. Not craving hunger, but real like hungry, my body wants to eat more. Why are we not eating more type of hunger? And but that's part of the deal. That is what bodybuilding contest prep is. It is a cut, it is a deficit, it is not necessarily supposed to feel good. Mental space, I know that that's what I'm doing for the next few months, so I've just accepted it, I don't fight it. And I know it's temporary, and I know that I'm not going to be competing forever. I know that I'm not going to be in contest prep forever. So I know that all of those yummy things that I want to eat, that I can't really eat right now, freedom I would like, just part of the sport, and it's part of this chapter, and it's not going to be forever, and it's all good. So yeah, warm up a little bit, and then we're going to get to a check-in. I am going to do this check-in in 2 parts because it is just so cold. So I can't go into that bikini quite yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my measurements now with all my clothes on. I'll just pull them up. I already weighed in. I weigh in when I wake up in the morning. I weigh myself every morning in contest prep. Sure, there are some mornings I miss just because maybe I forget or I know my mental health won't do well with it for whatever reason, but for the most part, I weigh in every single day. First, I pee and then I weigh myself. So I've been in the 121s all week, definitely leaning down. So let's see where I'm at today. Yeah, I have to turn around. My waist is at 24 inches, not surprised. I've been whittling myself down. And then let's see where my glutes are at. 36 and a quarter. They're holding strong. And I don't really want my glute measurement. Oh wow, I lost some fat on my legs. 19 and 3/4. Oh wow. Yeah, I leaned down on my upper thighs. I think that's a whole quarter an inch less than last week. Wow. I have to enter them in my phone before I forget. So I use my app. Oh, so my waist went down 1/4 inch in a week. And let me see, I think my glutes are the same. Oh wow, I lost some measurement on my glute, but that's okay. Wow, my thighs are really starting to lean out. I really felt this week things were very preppy. I was just really, the scale just kept dropping all week. So now I'm going to do my fat caliper. Time to start eating. So what I've been doing for breakfast is I've been taking my egg white frittata cups that I've been making, and these have some seitan bacon in them and some vegan cheese and veggies. So I eat 6 every morning, and what I've been doing is I eat 3. I heat them up and I just eat them on their own, and I eat those while I'm just doing my morning chores and doing things around the house, so I have some food and I can get my day started. And then you'll see in a little bit, in a few hours, I will then heat up the other 3 and make a big complete breakfast with carbs and all the yummy things. But this is just like my warm-up breakfast, my pre-breakfast, and I've been loving this eating pattern since I've been doing it the past few weeks because I wake up so hungry in the morning. I am in a deficit, obviously. I'm in my bodybuilding prep, so I wake up really hungry. That way I have something to just let me going. And then that way I can save my more calorie dense meal for later on in the day. And it's been really working out well in my eating schedule. So I'm eating this now at 7 a.m. I actually usually eat this closer to 6, but because I did a check-in, that just takes a lot of time and I'm behind schedule. But usually I start eating at 6 a.m. and I try and finish eating at 6 p.m. since I do go to bed super early. I'm in bed usually by 7:45, 8 p.m. So I'm gonna heat this up and get started on my morning chores. See you for the next meal. So I'm going to make my smoothie now because I have house cleaners coming today, so I won't be able to get in the kitchen when it's my lunchtime. So I have a protein smoothie every single day. Honestly, even though my off season was short, only 3 months, I did it also during my 3-month off season. So even outside of contest prep. So I find that I do have Crohn's disease, and that's a digestive disease. And even though I'm in remission, I still have it. So there are certain things I do that help manage my Crohn's disease. And one of them is one of my meals a day is a liquid meal. So it's less for my gut to digest the food and the nutrients. And you know what? It works for me. So I'm doing my protein smoothie now. So the way I've set up my nutrition in this contest prep is I have 5 higher calorie days and 2 lower calorie days. This is a lower calorie day. I've been doing my lower calorie days Mondays and Fridays. I don't necessarily align it to my rest days. I do it more so based off the days that I'm fine eating less. It's only 150 calorie difference versus my higher calorie day. So it's not even really that much. It's just a little bit less carbs. So this is one of my lower calorie days. So instead of the soy milk, which is 80 calories a cup, I'm using the almond milk, which is just 30 calories a cup. So I can save a few calories that way. Just on Fridays, I'm not as hungry. I think I am going to switch it though to Mondays and Thursdays because lately I've been in a movie watching, TV watching phase, because usually when the Emmy nominations come out and the Oscar nominations come out, I like to watch everything that's been nominated. So I'm in a movie and TV couch phase right now. So I do want to eat a bit more on Fridays so I can have some extra popcorn on those days. So going here, I already did the almond milk. Now I'm going to measure my banana. I have to freeze more banana. So, oh, it's a baby banana, only 18 grams. So I just put everything in MyFitnessPal. I have been tracking this prep. I track everything I eat. As I've mentioned many times in this vlog series, I am going for my pro carb this year, so I have to do all the things to come in my absolute best. I'm going to do 65 grams of protein, 65 grams of the powder, which is, this smoothie is going to come out to 50 grams of protein. I might not even necessarily drink it all at once. Sometimes I drink half of it and then I stop and then I save the other half for later. I like doing that with my food a lot of the time. Just helps break up the day and not make me so hungry if I break things up into smaller feedings. So we're here. Oh, I accidentally measured 66. That's fine. And then I have switched from my creatine gummy to creatine powder. As you know, the prep goes on and calories become more important and treasured, I don't really want to waste 30 calories on the creatine gummies. So I've switched to creatine powder. So I'm taking 3 grams of creatine a day right now. Who knows if it does anything? I'll never know, but I might as well put it in. And then I also use glutamine in my smoothie, and glutamine is for my digestive system. And I've been putting a big scoop of creatine in my smoothies for a while now. Works for me. Just like a little bit extra for my gut lining. And then I am doing a cup of fruit, more or less. This is new, so I have to cut it. I might do less than a cup of fruit just so I can save some calories for extra popcorn tonight. So maybe I'll do 3/4 of a cup. And I'm guys, measure everything. So this turned out to be 115 grams of fruit. You don't have to be this strict if you're not in a cut. I am just in a cut. I'm a bodybuilder. This is my sport, so. And then I put some frozen broccoli in it. I don't measure veggies because honestly, I feel that veggies only help you, and I don't, even though I'm measuring everything, I don't measure my veggies. I just don't think it's necessary because these are just all nutrients. They're not, the veggies are never going to be the problem when it comes to fat loss. So I don't measure them. And I'm going to put some spinach too. And this is my smoothie. This is how it goes. Put lots of spinach in here. So I'll plug in the macros, but this is a nutrient, calorie dense smoothie. This is not a light smoothie at all, but this acts as a full meal for me. So this will replace a lunch. And I move the smoothie around. Sometimes I have it for lunch. Sometimes I have it for dinner. Today it's going to be my lunch. So whenever I make the smoothie, I put the smoothie in one of these, let's see, what's the size on this? 18-ounce insulated tumbler or water bottle. And this will keep it cold for the rest of the day. So I'll go and put this This is all done, and it will stay nice and thick smoothie consistency for the rest of the day. And I'll use a straw and I will drink this whenever it's time. So this is the smoothie I make. Have this every single day. It's easier on my tummy, and it's one less thing I have to eat and worry about. Do I miss eating that meal? Not necessarily, because I'm so busy, I don't even really notice it. And this has worked for me. I've been doing this, replacing a full meal with a protein smoothie, I think for almost the past year and a half. I've been doing it a long time. It works for me. And so that's that. Get my breakfast ready now. Let me show you guys the protein powder I use, because I know somebody will ask. I use the Sun Warrior Active Protein, and this has 30 grams of protein a serving and BCAAs. It's an athlete formula, unflavored, doesn't really taste like anything. I think this one mixes really well with fruit, and this is what I've been using for a while now. I really like this one. Finished all my morning chores. It's 9:35. I already answered some work emails, and now I'm gonna have my real breakfast. So I heated up the other 3 vegan egg white frittata cups, and just going to lay some baby spinach down on my plate, and I'll eat these over a bed of baby spinach. I eat baby spinach with everything. So I'm just going to add that here. And then I like to do some freshly ground pepper and a few cranks of salt and some Cholula. And I have an air fryer frozen hash brown for my carby. So this is so yummy. Love this breakfast. Then I will also have some carbs in my coffee creamer. I will be having real creamer with real sugar. So I'm going to just do a little bit. I think I'm gonna aim for 25 grams. And so this is my breakfast. I will enjoy this, and then I'll eat again in a few hours when I start to get hungry, and I'll have that protein smoothie. Here is my breakfast all ready to go with the egg white cups and the hash brown served over baby spinach and my real coffee creamer. Yum. It is 12:30 in the afternoon. I started to have my smoothie, and I'll sip this for the next hour for my lunch. All my babies ready to go on their walk. Everybody's ready to go. It's so cold out. We'll have to be so careful when we go out. I moved some of my food around for the rest of the day and tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a higher calorie day. So I moved some of my food around so I can make room for 3 servings of popcorn today because I'm done with my work week, and I'm going to sit and watch some TV. So how I do the popcorn is I take my food scale and I measure out 40 grams of popcorn. And that does pretty much almost a full bowl. And I spray it with coconut oil spray, and I top it with some stevia and salt, so it's like a kettle corn. And I'm gonna start with bowl 1 of 3. And if I do go over my macros a bit today, because this is my lower calorie day, I'm just gonna borrow some calories from tomorrow, because tomorrow I eat more food. That's how I've been doing it this whole contest prep. I've been sticking to my calorie range every day, but if I do go over by 100 or 200 a day, I just borrow it from the other days of the week. Sometimes even I went over 200 calories a few days ago on a certain day, I think on Saturday, because I just wanted more food that day. And so I just borrowed 50 calories over the next few days. So the deficit math still worked out. So I use this popcorn popper, and how this works is it's an air popper. You don't need any oil. And I just put the popcorn right in, and I put the top on, and I plug it in. And that's how it works. Here it goes. It's almost 5 o'clock at night. I thought I would show you guys what I cooked and what I have ready for dinner. And it's actually my husband's birthday today, so I moved some of my macros around to include half a cupcake for tonight to celebrate, and I'll have the other half maybe tomorrow. So let me show you guys what I made. So for the cupcake, I got these Rubicon, they sell these in the grocery store, these vegan cupcakes, and I'm going to have half of one tonight and then the other half tomorrow. And you might be thinking, but Belinda, oh my God, it's just a cupcake. Why can't you just have a cupcake? Listen, I'm in contest prep. I have to be extremely lean this year. It just is what it is. I will have all the time in the world to have food freedom when this chapter of my life is over. So it's fine. I move my macros around. I'll make it work. No problem. And then I had to do some meal prep of my vegan egg white cups. So I got a second muffin tin so I could make all 24 at once. And these have inside of them broccoli and some of the Beehive Chipotle chorizo. Let me show you the package. And they have some of this Beehive Chipotle chorizo in them and no cheese in these. The chorizo has a bit of fat in it, so that's going to be the fat in those. And then for dinner tonight, I have these. This is his and hers pizza. So this is the Whole Foods crust for him. It's only like calories for the whole crust. And then I'm using here, look at all the protein I have on mine. These are the Golden Home protein crusts. Let me show you. So this is a meal I've been eating. I honestly had it almost every day this week. Let me show you. I had it almost every day this week. These are the Golden Home brand protein pizza crust. And one crust is 120 calories, 9 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of protein. So between this and the Beehive seitan pepperoni, this is a nice little protein bomb of a pizza. So we'll have pizza night together, the two of us. And I've been eating that for dinner, honestly, almost, or lunch or dinner for my meal, almost every day the past week or so. And then for my veggie for dinner, I like to do air fried Brussels sprouts, and I'll put a bit of wheat chili sauce on them. I'll show you all the chili sauce. And I'll put a bit of this on it, just a little bit, and maybe some Splenda too, and a bit more sriracha, which is a bit more macro friendly than this. And that is what I will have for my meal tonight. So had to move some macros around to make room for some extra popcorn and the cupcake, but it is okay. As long as my deficit math works out over the course of a week, it's fine. And that's just like a tip you can use in your own cut is if you find that you want to eat more on the weekend, just your math so that maybe Monday through Thursday when food isn't as important, maybe you could eat like then that way you can eat more on the weekend, and that's for cut or maintenance. So I like doing this structure, days of higher food, 2 days of lower food. And then this is a birthday week in my house, my birthday, my husband's birthday, 2 dog birthdays. We have 4 Aquarius in the house. So, some macros around is fine. And then when all the birthdays are done, it is full speed ahead to show. So, yeah. Half of my birthday cupcake. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
Hooray!